Good evening, everyone. Once again, welcome to all the students and parents present here for this amazing session on Level-2 Olympiad preparation for your NSO subject. So in this presentation, we will understand about guidelines and what should be your preparation strategy, your helpful resources for NSO Level-2 exam. Okay, so I hope I am clearly audible and visible. The presentation is visible to all the students.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for confirmation. Okay, I would like to give you a poll as of now. Just wanted to see how many students have qualified for the Level-2 exam. And so just give me a minute. Okay, I have, you must be getting a question on your screen. If you have qualified for NSO level 2, you can select the suitable option. If you have given exam but not qualified for NSO level 2, you have not given NSO exam or you have not checked the result yet. So please select the suitable answer as per your answer. I'll mute for a while so that we have an uninterrupted session. So I will request all of the students to please keep on a mute for a while, and I'll also mute from here. We'll unmute towards the end of the session and we'll take few queries if you have any queries. Meanwhile, if you have any queries, you can write it in the chat box. Our team is there, so they will be answering your queries. Okay. I can see, yeah, 96% students present here. They have qualified for NSO level 2 exam. Very good. So once again, congratulations to all the students who have qualified for giving NSO level 2 exam. This is one milestone that you have achieved and we appreciate your efforts. We wish you all the best for your level 2 examinations and we wish you do your best and you get a higher rank in the level 2 exam as well. And for those who have not qualified, they have tried but not qualified, don't get disheartened. This is one step. Try aiming higher for the next year, and definitely you can make it if you do practice and if you work hard according to your goal. Okay, so this is my guidance to all of you, how you can prepare for NSO level 2 exam. We will start our session. So I'm just sharing the results. So you can see the result, like 96% have students who are present here. They have qualified for the level 2 exam. Okay, so let's begin with the session. Once again, good evening and welcome to all of you. So let's start the session without making any further delays. So in this session, what will be the key takeaways? You will be getting to know what are the benefits of Olympiad exams. It's not that only, parents ने बोल दिया आपको exam देना है या teacher ने बोल दिया exam देना है तो exam देना है. You should be aware what are the benefits of Olympiad exam, why it is important. Understanding NSO level 2 exam pattern and marking scheme. NSO level 2 based questions. We will take a glimpse of few questions and what is the approach of solving those questions. We'll take few questions for class 3 to 8. Tips for improving problem solving skills in
Guys,
KIT.
take a chocolate.
Because Olympiad preparation requires strategic thinking and problem solving approach. So we'll take few tips how you can increase, how you can develop this skill in among students, among kids, and helpful resources for NSO level 2 exam. Okay. So before we begin, let us introduce ourselves. So we are MTG Learning Media Private Limited. I hope most of you are aware of this big name. We are the #1 publisher of various of content for various preparatory and competitive exams like NEET, JEE, CBSE, CUET, Olympiad preparation, foundation courses, and books and magazines. So we have presence in more than 70 countries. In K-12 test preparation categories, sold more than 16 crores copies of the physical books. There are more than approximately 2 lakhs schools and coaching institutes are associated with us. There are more than 6 lakhs teachers associated with us for their teaching and learning requirements. And we are the official academic partner for Science Olympiad Foundation as well. So all the content that we prepare for SOF preparation, be it workbook, be it prep guide, be it your OSDS, your mock test papers, so all these content is prepared by MTG Learning Media, and we have dedicated resources, subject experts for creating these resources. So we are here to help you and guide you for your Olympiad preparation. So let's move further and see what all we can give you in this session. So students, one and most important things, why you should give Olympiad exams. Olympiad exams, it's not only give you a platform to showcase your skills, but it also give you a guidance, give you a hope of reaching higher, of achieving something, sense of achieving something, uh, apart from your academics, apart from your school exams. Okay, so every year SOF conducts award ceremony in the month of June or July, where they invite students from top rankers from all the subjects and they distribute the prizes and checks to them. So this is a huge achievement for all the students who inspire and achieve that stage. So succeeding in Olympiad, it requires a thorough preparation with the right strategies and guidance. So what all guidance you will be needing, we'll inform you about it. What are the benefits of Olympiad exams? So Olympiad exam, it gives you a challenging environment. It gives you a platform that helps all the kids to learn and to learn with the curiosity, to learn with the deep learning approach rather than rote learning or memorizing. So all the extra study or thinking that you do for the Olympiad, it not only makes you better at the school level, but at any competition level that you are going to give in future, be it NEET, JEE, or any kind of academics related competitive exams that you are going to give. So this builds a right problem solving and critical thinking approach right from the childhood. So this habit of taking challenging questions and your curiosity, your building curiosity and then building your approaches for solving questions, this gives a wonderful approach for your upcoming exams. Plus, winning awards and getting certificates makes kids feel proud and encourages them to try always their best and keep a higher aim. Okay, so let's see what is the level 2 syllabus and the exam center. So level 2 syllabus is same as level 1 exam. Most of parents or students have queries regarding the syllabus. So let me tell you, the syllabus is not different. The syllabus is same for both the exams. It's only that the complexity of the level 2 based questions increases. So the syllabus is same, but you have to pay attention to the type of questions. The questions are a little lengthy. You have to pay attention on the time management as well. Okay, center of exam may or may not be your school. Center of exam will be in your nearby area, so it will be given by the school itself. Center information will be provided on the admit card issued of level 2. So there are separate level admit card issued for the level 2, which will be provided by your school. This year, exam will be on Sunday, 9th Feb 2025. That is second Sunday of February month. And exam card for level 2 exam will be issued freshly by SOF and will be sent to school, will be sent to your respective schools and coordinators, so where they will be distributing this to you. Admit card can also be downloaded from the official website sofworld.org approximately 1 week before the exam, or you can ask your school coordinator for the same. So these are the informations that I wanted to give you about level 2 exam. Tentative exam timing for level 2 would be like English is the first exam from 9 to 10. There is 1 hour gap between the exam. Science will be 11 to 12 and maths will be 1 to 2 p.m. So this is the tentative exam time which is going to happen. If a student has qualified for all the 3 exams like English, science or maths, then the exams will be on the same day, but there will be a gap of 1 hour. And exam will be in the same center. Right? So before giving this exam, understanding the exam format and its structure is important. So you have to understand what is the exam pattern of level 2, what are the sections breakdown. So let's see an overview of different sections and question type that will provide you in clarity what are the different sections and marking scheme. Time allocation in each section is also important. So level 2 questions, as I have told you, they are a little trickier and they are lengthy too. So you have to give more time on each question, but with practice and time management, you can learn how to divide the time among the questions. Marking scheme we will see. So we will just observe the marking scheme also. So NSO level 2 section and marking scheme is here. As we can see, class 3 to 4, we have marking scheme. There are 2 sections. Like unlike level 1, there is no logical reasoning section in level 2. So there are 2 main sections, science questions and achiever section. In science, you will get your questions from science syllabus. There are 30 questions, 1 marks per question, and there are total 30 marks for this section. Achiever section again has 5 questions, but it has a little complex question, 2 marks per question, and the total marks for achiever section is 10. So for class 3 to 4, you will get total marks out of 40. Similarly, for class 5 to 10, you have 2 sections, science and achiever section. 45 questions are there for science section and 5 questions are there for achiever section. For achiever section, you will get 3 marks per question. So total will be 15. Achiever section. So you can see total 60 marks are there. You will get marks out of 60 for class 5 to 12, 5 to 10, sorry. For 11 and 12, the subject is divided in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Achiever section has 5. Mathematics and biology, whichever they take, they have 20 questions each. So you can see the marking scheme also. They also have total of 60 marks for all the 3 sections. So this is how marking scheme is divided for level 2 based questions. Let's move ahead and see what are frequently asked concepts for grades 3 to 5. So there are concepts. I'm just checking for class 3 to 5 right now. I'm sharing it for class 3 to 5 right now. So most common topics, you will find definitely questions on these topics. Plants and animals is a very important chapter for these class. Photosynthesis is once again very important concept, and question in every class comes from this particular topic. Based on the grade level, complexity increases, but definitely questions are going to come from this particular topic. Modification of plant parts, food web, adaptation in animals. So you can see these topics are important for you. Let's see other chapters also. Human health and food. There are micronutrients, deficiency diseases, digestive system. Matter and materials. Materials, transparent, lucent, translucent, or opaque, type of fibers, changes in state of matter, thermal expansion and contraction. Natural resources and environment pollution, acid rain, soil erosion. Light, sound, and force. Shadow formation, types of forces, simple machines, Earth and universe, characteristic of planets, space, moon, Earth rotation and revolution. So these are important topics from these chapters, which includes questions 100%. For class 6 to 8, there are most important topics. Food and nutrition, you can see photosynthesis, digestive system, deficiency diseases, food chain or web, living world, modification of plants, part, adaptation, pollinators, respiratory systems, mode of respiration, modes of reproduction, earth and environment, you can say these are the important topics. Matter and materials, you can see these are the important topics. And then we have motion, force and friction, types of motion, effect of friction, light, heat and sound, electricity and magnets. There are few additional concepts for grade 8. You can see if you want to take the screenshot of it, you can take the screenshot of this page. So I'll pause for a minute. After that, we will take few questions. We will give you a glimpse of questions that are asked in level 2 exams. So I'll give you a few examples of level 2 based questions, how tricky they are, and what should be the approach to solve those type of questions. These questions, we have taken selective questions from grade 3 to 8. So don't worry if any student is of grade 3 and sees the question of grade 6 or 5. So don't worry about that. We are giving you examples how what are the kind of level 2 questions and what should be the approach for solving those questions so that you can save time and quickly you can come to the answer. Okay, so let's see. Let's take few questions based on level 2. So let me introduce our NSO trainer. He's very popular NSO trainer. Gagan sir is there today with us, who will be taking further questions with you. So Gagan sir, over to you and welcome to this session. So please guide students about taking these level 2 questions and give them the guidance how to solve about these questions. So over to you. I'll stop sharing my screen. You can share your screen and then you can continue.
Perfect. Thank you so much, ma'am. Hello, everyone. I'm Gagan, and I've been working as an Olympiad trainer from almost 6 to 7 years now. And with the MTG, I've been a part of MTG from almost more than 3 years now. And let me show my screen first. First, please give me a check about my voice. Am I perfectly audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Everyone, perfect. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So, ma'am has already covered the most important topics and most important concepts. So, first of all, you need to understand these most repeated concepts and most repeated topics because these carry high weightage. So, you have to plan accordingly. Okay, so these are all very important topics. Now, coming to the questions. Okay, so the actual purpose is not to check your concepts, but the actual purpose is to show you what sort of questions are asked in examination. In level 1 examinations, questions are mostly direct, they'll be asked from just single discrete concept. But in level 2 you will be having multiple concepts being used in one question. So you have to diversify your thinking, you have to diversify your problem solving, you have to level up your game. Okay, like this is one example, and you have to understand the approaches. You have to understand option elimination approach. You have to understand a better way, a smart way of doing the same problem. That'll eventually save your time because time management is very crucial in level 2 exams. Some questions will be lengthy, some questions will be tricky. But if you get stuck in those tricky problems, then you will lose out on the easy marks. So you have to prepare yourself accordingly. So this is a class 3, grade 3 problem. I want you guys to just take a look at this problem. Just give me the answers in the chat box and then we'll discuss the process. Okay. The the core thing that you need to understand is how to approach problems. So quickly answer this problem. I'm giving you 30 seconds. 30 seconds is more than enough to do this problem. So quickly give me answers in the chat box. I'm already getting the answers and majority of you are going with C. And I am pretty sure a lot of you must have used the concept of option elimination in this method, which is very crucial when it comes to competitive exams. Not just level 2 Olympiad exams, whatever exams you sit in your future, be it JEE, be it NEET, be it any government examination, you have to be smart with their approaches. Okay, so this is the smart solution for cracking this question in minimum amount of time. So first of all, you need to solve for W. Okay. It is not a planet, but it is a star. Now we go to our options. We know that B and D will get eliminated, right? Because W cannot be Uranus or Neptune. That leaves us with A and C. So W is confirmed sun according to the options. Now going to X. It is the hottest planet, and you know which one is the hottest planet? It's Venus and not Mercury. So you don't even need to go to Y or Z. Just save your time, tick on the option C because you have eliminated all the wrong options and you have reached the correct option. Let's move on to the next question similarly. Okay. So this is again a problem of class 4 based on CO2 and oxygen. So you have three test tubes here. And what did Rohit do? Rohit performed an experiment wherein he set up three test tubes as shown in the figure. Select the incorrect statement. First of all, the most important thing here is you have to read the question very carefully. What happens? We tend to do a lot of silly errors because we read the question very quickly. So this is important that you have to spot the incorrect statement and not the correct one. Okay, that means three of the statements will be correct and one of these four will be incorrect. So we have to spot that. So now the statement goes like, first of all, we will understand the setup. Okay, three setups. Sunlight is coming. In first one, we have fishes. Here, just plants, aquatic plant. And this is fish plus plant. So A option is test tube P will have most carbon dioxide after 3 hours. Test tube Q will have least amount of oxygen after 3 hours. Organism in test tube R will survive for a longer time as compared to organisms in test tube P and Q. No oxygen will remain in test tube P after some time. So this is a like totally conceptual question. You will have to understand the setup, what is happening in this setup, and then you will inquire about these options. Okay, so here these fishes will be taking oxygen from the water. Okay, and they'll be doing their life cycle, but there is fixed amount of water, right? So eventually oxygen will get completely used. That means this option D, no oxygen will remain in test tube P after some time. This is correct. Coming to setup Q, we just have this water plant here. What does water plant do? This has sunlight. So obviously photosynthesis will be happening. What is the byproduct of photosynthesis? So we'll have to look at that. So first of all, it will be consuming CO2 from the water. Okay. And that will be helping with the process of photosynthesis. And then eventually oxygen will be released. Test tube Q will have least oxygen after 3 hours. After 3 hours. Here, oxygen will get like completely completely vanish, but after some time. This is for 3 hours. So now let's look at test tube R. It has fish as well as plant. What will be happening? Fish will be taking oxygen from the water and also the byproduct of the photosynthesis will also be helping the fish. And also the water will be supplying CO2 to this, and the fish will be exhaling CO2 also. Right? So organisms in test tube R will survive for a longer period of time. Yes, because a complete cycle is happening here. Now you have to look for option A and option B. Test tube P will have most carbon dioxide after 3 hours. Test tube P, will it be correct? Test tube P will have most carbon dioxide. Yes, because it will be taking oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide, right? So this is also correct. So the incorrect statement here is option B. So the correct answer is option B. So you see, you will have to be good at core concepts, look at every setup, understand, analyze, and then verify the options. So this is what we did. P is having fish, which will release CO2. The statement is accurate. Q is having plants, which will release O2. Thus, statement B is inaccurate. Will not have least. Okay. Hence, B is the inaccurate statement, and that makes it the correct answer for this problem because we have to spot the incorrect. Okay, guys, here is another one. This is simple theoretical problem, and this is for you to understand that in your level 2 exam, not every problem will be difficult. Some problems will be very direct as well. But the actual thing that students do is they get stuck in complex problems. They spend more time than required in those problems, and they miss out on these problems which are simple and direct. You need to understand that the weightage to each of the questions will be same, right? If we take just one section. So you need to understand, you have to go the whole paper first, spot out the easy problems, do them first. And then you have to move to the moderate, calculative, or tough problems. So first you need to focus on these kind of problems. The given option shows the bacterial count, oxygen level, and the number of green plants and animals in the river near each of the four towns A, B, C, and D. Which town is situated near an unpolluted river? Obviously, where the bacteria count would be high or less? Less. Oxygen level would be high, and obviously the number of green plants in the animals will also be high. This is going correctly with option D. That is why the correct answer here is option D. Simple, straightforward, easy. Okay. To separate constituents of a mixture, Varsha adopted the following methods. Again, you can see option elimination coming into play here. First of all, these are the three products that you need to separate. Water, sawdust, sugar. First of all, you apply the basic core concept that sawdust will not be soluble in water. So you have to use the process where you can, bifurcate something insoluble from the mixture of water and sugar. What you can do, you can simply apply filtration. When you figured it out, you look at the other options and you see filtration is just there in option B. You quickly see the right answer as option B, you do it and move forward. Okay? So you need to know when to stop. We need not to solve further because there is only one option having excess filtration. That is why B is the correct answer. Coming to the next question. This is a grade 7 problem. Observe the given circuit diagrams X and Y and identify the correct statements. Again, you will have to go statement via statement and figure out which one is correct. Circuit Y is a series circuit. You can see that this and this layer is in parallel. This is a parallel circuit, not a series circuit. So this is incorrect. Bulb 2 in circuit X will glow even when the bulb 1 is fused and switch S1 is closed. If this bulb stops working, obviously it will not let the current pass through it. That is why this complete circuit X will become inactive. So this is also incorrect. In circuit Y, bulb 3 will glow only if S2 is closed, and the D option is both circuit X and Y are parallel circuits. Even if you are confused in option C, you will get the clarity from option D. Uh, Does these look like same kind of circuits? No, this is a series circuit and this is a parallel circuit. This is again wrong. Hence the correct answer is option C. Yes, in circuit Y, the bulb 3 will glow only if switch S2. That layer is that layer should pass the current, and that will happen when switch S2 will be closed. Okay, hence C is the correct answer. Okay, again a straightforward problem based on definition. Mrs. Nitika, a science teacher, has collected a few fuel samples in different glass jars and put labels on them with their calorific value. She asks her students to arrange these fuels in increasing order of fuel efficiency, the correct order. So the core concept is you need to understand how is calorific value related to fuel efficiency. So a fuel with high calorific value produces more amount of heat energy, which will eventually be a more effective fuel, right? It will be most efficient. Hence, the correct answer would be C. So 2 will be less than 4, will be less than 1, will be less than 3. Why? Because 3 has the 83,000, which is the greater of all the four numbers. That is why 3 will be at the end. And you again use option elimination. 3 is at the end only in option C. That is why C is the correct answer. Perfect, guys. So these were the questions, and you again, I'll just summarize the basic understanding that you need to develop. First of all, you have to diversify your problem solving and thinking. You have to be comfortable with applying more than one concept in a single problem. You have to get better with application. Theoretically, you all would be amazing, I know. But now you need to be good at applying those concepts, those definitions. How are they related? You will need to understand that. Then you have to be better at approaches. You have to, like, you can do the problem, same problem in 2 minutes as well and under 1 minute as well. But in the examination, you have to be confident that, you will be following the smart approaches. And that eventually you will understand when you will be attending the classes and doing the same kind of thinking that is required to basically adopt those smart approaches. So you will become more observant, you will become more visual. Perfect. Okay, ma'am, so these are like 4-week plans. So you would be taking this or I have to take this?
Yeah, I'll be taking this. So let me
Sure,
share
sure,
my
ma'am. I'll
screen.
perfect. Thank you,
Yeah, thank
students.
you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you for, thank you, sir, for giving this guidance about how to go about solving these questions. What are the type of questions in level 2 exam and what approaches should be followed in order to save timings and you're giving the best shot for the level 2 as well. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so here I'm discussing about here. I give you a little glimpse of or an idea about what there are only 1 month left for the level 2 exam. So what approaches you can follow for your preparation in terms of giving level 2 exam. So this is for all this approach you can follow for all the subject. If you have qualified for all the 3 subjects, you can follow this approach for all the 3 subjects. And so this is our guidance about, let's divide this time into 4 weeks, week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. So in week 1, analyze the syllabus and the exam pattern. So your first and foremost approach should be analyze the syllabus of level 2. As I have told you, the level 2 and level 1 syllabus are same. So first, understand what the syllabus. By now, in most of the schools, the syllabus are completed. In level 1 exam, though, there are few topics which are, I think they have left uncovered. But in level 2, by the time level 2 exam happens, the syllabus is completely covered in most of the schools. And identify the syllabus, know your weak areas, like which topic or which area is weak. So identify those topics and pay attention to those weak areas because you still have time where you can revise concepts and understand it deeply. So first understand the concept and apply it in the questions. Use resources like previous year's papers, sample papers, get more and more practice of the question. Because once you encounter the questions, you will get to know what approaches you should follow in order to solve those questions or in order to get answer for those questions. Okay. So start from the easy ones and then go for the trickier one. So this is the approach for your week 1. Week 2, understand the concept and the foundation well by taking reading, going through the syllabus, taking notes and concepts map. So these concept map and notes, if you are building this habit right from the beginning, even if it is not Olympiad exam, but any exam, if you are building this habit of reading through the chapter and then making your own notes, because this gives you, once you have written something, it keeps in your mind for a longer time. If you have only marked up or if you have read it once, as compared if you write it in your paper or if you write it in the form of quick notes or concept maps, it will stay in your mind for longer time. And when you are making connection between two or more concepts while analyzing the questions, so this fact will give you, it will give you a higher edge while solving those questions, by getting the answer for that question. So make this habit of writing down quick notes and concepts map, right? Whenever you are revising a syllabus or whenever you are reading it. Practice and practice more and more level 2 based questions, be it from Olympiad Guide or previous year's paper, sample paper, test series, mock test. Practice lots of previous year, level 2 based questions. Focus on problem solving strategies. Learn different problem solving strategies like guess and check, elimination, back solving, in order to save the time. Look for shortcuts or alternative method to solve the questions quickly. So there are, and these techniques you will master only when you practice. What is the week 3? In week 3, we have, now there are 2 weeks left by the time you are in week 3. So practice mock test and time bound questions. So once you practice mock test, with the time bound approach, you will know, okay, I have to finish this paper. If the paper is of 60 minutes, try to finish the paper in 50 minutes. So that will give you a time bound approach. You solve first paper, maybe you took more time. Go for the second paper and try to minimize the time, or solve the same question, but in the lesser time next time. Okay, so this practice these approaches to save time and have a practice before giving the exam. Analyze your mistakes. Where are you making mistakes? Where are you taking more time? Because this is the time where you can analyze on your mistakes. Once you analyze, only then you can work on it. If you don't analyze, or if you are not aware of your mistakes, you cannot work on it. So make use of this time to analyze your mistakes and then work on it, so that when you are giving the exam, you have the ample practice and confidence, right? Revise the topics. If there are any doubts in concepts or formulas or any kind of topic, then you can discuss about it from your parents or teachers or peers or online forums, or even if you are in the online classes, you can ask doubts from the teachers as well in the discussion forums as well. Week 4, now the last week is there. Do the last minute revision, quick formulas, important concepts map, and get a glimpse of questions, frequently asked questions, take mock test with time bound settings. So in the last week, you can make practice with the mock test series and test series. And last but not the least, maintain a positive attitude, stay calm and confident, and believe in your preparation. So do not panic. If you panic, you will lose your calm and you will not find the solutions. So solutions can be found with the peace mind. So have a peace mind, be confident in your abilities, and give the best shot for your exam. Okay. Here are a few tips that we have noted, we have identified, and these will be helpful among students. So parents, they can pay attention to these small tips that we have noted for the students. Like, what are the problem solving skills in kids? So problem solving skills means whenever you are given a problem, you are not cribbing about it, but you have a mindset of solving that problem. Okay. So what are the skills that you can build right from the childhood to create that skill? Encourage a growth mindset. Teach them challenges that are opportunities to learn rather than obstacles. Praise their small efforts and strategies instead of just the outcome. Even if they are not succeeding, praise them for their effort and they have tried it. Use phrases like you are working hard on this or what could you try next to have the resilience and the perseverance. So this approach will give students, will give kids confidence that they can, if even if they don't do good this time or they are not able to make it this time, next time they are doing their best to make it happen or keep their aims high so that they are problem solver in the coming future. Promote logical thinking through games. There are various games like puzzles, strategy games, activities like chess, Sudoku. So there are many games which comes on app also. So they can create your critical thinking skills. Engage in what if scenarios, encourage them to think of multiple solutions to a problem. So if you are stuck on a problem, try to think of other solutions. What if this happens? What if this happens? So let them explain their reasoning for the decision during gameplay also. So this will generate logical thinking among them. Practice problem solving in real life situations. Involve them in age appropriate decision making small tasks like planning a small event or solving a minor household issue. So once you give them responsibility of these small tasks, they will take it, very enthusiastically. And these things will help them keep a distance from the gadgets also. So these days, there are a lot of issues that we receive from parents, like their kids are glued to the screens, they spend more time on screens. So these small habits and these small plannings will give them a good scope, building the skills as well as keeping them away from the screens for a longer time. So even if you are getting the screen, even if you are watching the phone, but make best use of it. Try logical thinking games, try puzzles, try Sudoku, try chess. So these things will build logical thinking and critical thinking and way of problem solving skills. Okay. Encourage them to take big problems into smaller manageable steps. Give them a big problem statement and then try to find a solution for it. So suppose you have to plan for the NSO level 2. So what you have to do, give them this task, ask them how will you divide it, how will you plan, how will you schedule your preparation. So this way they can be a planner, they can be problem solver. Teach them to evaluate the pros and cons of different solutions and select the best one. So these are few approaches that parent can build in their child right from the small ages to have to good analytical and problem solving skills and decision making skills. I hope these skills will definitely help a lot in students. Now, let's come back to the NSO preparation strategies. Importance of revision and review. So revision is very important element. Revise your topic more often. Get your concepts clarified and asked out if there are any. This will help you in memory retention also. So if you are practicing, it's not that only the students who are topper, only they get topper. Even average student can get a higher rank or a good rank also if they practice, if they revise it. So practice can make anybody perfect. 5 mistakes to avoid during exams. Here I'm going to tell you 5 mistakes that most of the students make. So you can avoid it during the last minute of the exam. Number 1 is not reaching on time at the venue. So when you are not reaching at the time, so try to reach before time at the venue. Like if the exam is at 9, try to reach by 8 or 8:30 because there are few registrations or there are few formalities also that you have to do. So try to reach before time. This will avoid last minute hustle and last minute panic situation even in the kid also. Not filling OMR sheet properly. Practice with the OMR sheet because OMR, in the exams, you will be given the OMR sheet to fill for the right answer. So practice with the OMR sheet also. If you are filling the OMR sheet half, that is also a wrong way of answering it. If you are overdoing it, or if you are making the circle out of the, if you are filling the circle out of that circle, then that is also wrong. So try to practice with the OMR sheet. If anybody who is giving the examination for the first time or second time, so please practice at least once or twice with the OMR sheet also. Neglecting to read the instructions carefully, read all the instructions carefully. There is 10-minute extra given, I think, before the exam. So please read the instructions carefully. Wasting time on a specific question which is not sure. Even if you are not sure of the question, please don't waste too much of time on it. Give time to the questions first that you are sure and you are aware of the answer. So even if you are not sure of any answer in the last, you make the best guess, because there is no negative marking. So try logical guess, even if you are not sure of the answer. Not giving time to revise before finishing the test. So try to finish the test at least 5 to 10 minutes before, so that you have 5 minutes left for revising and checking if you have marked all the answers correctly. So these few techniques, few tips you can use, and these small tips helps you in getting a little higher score. Okay, so final tips and recommendations for success. Confidence building, it comes when you practice and have a positive mindset. Keep a healthy routine, don't panic, have regular sleep patterns and have balanced nutrition, keep hydrated. So these, and maintain activities, physical activities also. These are also very important. So keep a balance of all the activities while you are preparing for it. Have a positive visualization, keep positive approach for solving for when you are preparing for the exam. That will give you a guidance, that will give you confidence when you approach for the exam. Okay, and here are a few resources, helpful resources. I hope you are aware like what are the resources that are popular for level 2 exam preparation by MTG, which is Olympiad level 2 online classes. Here is the mock test. We have Olympiad skill development system and NSO level 2 previous year's papers along with answer keys. So these are 4 helpful resources that comes for Olympiad preparation of level 2 exam. So these resources comes for IO, IMO and NSO as well. So students, those who are interested, they can visit MTG website and they can take any resources if they need. Right, so let me go ahead and see the next thing. MTG is also introduced, like we have conducted level 1 classes. We are also conducting level 2 classes for NSO level 2 preparation. The batch which is going to start, the current batch which is shown here, it is going to start from 9th of January till 4th of February. So the classes will be on 3 days, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Timing for each grade will be mentioned here. Next batch for level 2 NSO classes will be starting from 17th January for grade 3 to 6. So these classes, these are paid classes. This will have 12 live sessions, the revision of important concepts with the level 2 based practice questions. We'll give you access to LMS, that is Guruji app, for class recordings and PPT. There will be one mock test and there is a discussion forum through which you can post your queries and our subject expert will reply to your queries. So these are a few resources. If anybody wants to take help of the resources while preparing for Olympiad, they can go for the resources. And remember, this is the guidance that we have prepared for you on the basis of general analysis and observation. Every student is unique and they have their own approaches of solving reaching to their goal and their aspirations. So you can adjust your plan based on your individual needs and learning style. So this was our approach, this was our guidance for giving the level 2 exam for NSO preparation. Most important thing is focus. Whenever you are learning, have focus, keep practicing, and believe in your abilities. You will do your best in the examinations. Okay. So all the best to all the students who are going to appear for level 2 exam for NSO. If you have any questions now, you can raise your hand and we will take a few questions one by one, or you can write it in the chat box. So our team will reply to your questions in the chat box also. I'll take few questions from those who have raised their hand. Team will request you to please share the form also, or you can share the website link also in the chat box. Those who wants to have a link for the resources. Okay, I'll take first question from Samaira. Please ask your question.
Good evening to sir, good evening to ma'am, good evening to all. My question,
Good evening.
in the OMR sheet of level 2, so we have to fill our address and everything according to OSDS OMR sheet. As in level 1 and level 2, there is a difference. So,
No, there is no difference as such in level 1 and level 2 OMR sheet. The OMR sheet is same, which is given as sample in the OSDS or mock test papers.
okay, actually, because in the OSDS sample and the level 1 actual OMR sheet are different, so that is why this was
Okay, so level 2 resources are different, level 1 resources are different. So you can refer to level 2 resources for the level 2 exam.
Okay, and can you please also share the week one plan just for a second? Actually, I was not able to connect during that time.
Okay, no problem. I'll share it once again.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so here is the week 1 plan. You can note it down and we can take guidance from it. Okay, Samara. So I hope I have answered all the questions to yours. Okay, let's take question from Krishiv. Krishiv, you can unmute and ask your question, please.
Ma'am, I have written it in the chat box. What is a backtracking? The one which you had written in this strategies guide, some backtracking or something.
Backtracking is when you have learned something, you need to question it also. Like if you have practiced something, if you have revised any topic, now challenge yourself by solving the question or getting a higher question so that you learn the concept well. You, grasp the concept just to make you understand, just to, just to be make sure that we have understood the concept well.
Yes, ma'am. And I would also like to recommend some more resources and one technique.
Okay, which kind of resources you are looking for?
For searching things. Text and Stack Exchange. These are two websites. They have a free information. They give information for free.
Okay,
You can find many things on those websites.
Right. So dear, there are lots of websites, maybe on Google, you can find any content for free. But as MTG is the official academic partner for Science Olympiad Foundation, so all the resources that you will find on MTG platform, they will be authentic. And we cannot assure you authenticity of any other platform who is giving any kind of resources. Okay.
Okay. And one technique is called spaced repetition. For example, you wanted to learn something like a concept, phases of the moon. Now learn it on one day, then 2 days later learn it, then learn it 1 month later. You need space out the learning. You need to learn it regularly, but space out the learning. That is what's called spaced repetition.
Yes, definitely. Any concept that you learn, it has to be revised on intervals, right? Otherwise, you will forget. And then question yourself by solving the questions. Okay. Thank you, Krishiv. Thank you for giving these tips also. Okay, Rudra, so you can unmute and ask your question.
Ma'am, I have the question that why is there an international rank for the National Olympiad, the Science Olympiad that is going on?
So Science Olympiad is at the international level itself.
No. The name is National Science Olympiad, and you guys are giving international ranks.
Sir, the name National Science Olympiad is the name which has copyright on it. So it cannot be changed now, but it is at international level.
So, in 70 countries, you guys are organizing these Olympiads.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So, Jivesh, you can ask your question.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening.
Ma'am, like in the level 1 NSO exam, we had received wrong admit cards with the wrong roll numbers on it. So we had to leave the space for the roll numbers. So what to do if it happens again in the level 2?
Okay, so for that, exam related queries like or roll number related queries, I would request you to please reach out to the SOF helpline so that they can guide you the right approach in case this scenario happens. So anybody from MTG team, please share the contact number of SOF helpline so that they can reach out.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Hitvi Agarwal, you can ask your question, please.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Yeah, so ma'am, my query is that the final result on basis of which you'll be providing the certificates and the ranks, so it would be on the basis of the marks which the kids will get in level 2, or it would be aggregated result like level 1 plus level 2 marks.
So the awards that are given, it's on the basis of level 1 plus level 2 aggregated. I mean, it is basis on the aggregated level, like for subjects IO, IMO, and NSO.
No, I'm asking that for NSO, like for science subject, if the children have got maybe for level 2 exam, if they have been selected, so some child might have got 34 marks, some child might have got 39 or 40 marks. So in final result, you will count those level 1 marks also, or it would be on the basis of only level 2 marks? That's
No,
what my
no,
query is.
no. The ranks are decided. The top ranks are decided on the basis of aggregated marks in level 1 and level 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Nadia Bhatia, you can ask your question.
Yes, ma'am. What are the fees? You said that there will be batches. So what are the fees?
So currently, if you take only online classes, the fees is 3,999. That is that is 4,000 plus GST additional. And if you take the combo of these 4 resources, then there is additional discount available. So you can reach out to the contact numbers that I have shared in the screen. If anybody or you can take, you can take help of your parents to contact to these resources.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Okay, Nupam Singla, you can ask your question, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Do you have any question?
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. Actually, I have a question that, like in online classes of level 2, they will clear like all concepts available in the book of MTG.
Yeah, the concept revision is there.
Ma'am, chapter wise, or like they will take previous year papers or mock test and clear all our doubts.
So in the live classes for level 2, there will be 12 sessions. It will have your concept revision along with topic-wise questions based on level 2 pattern. And there will be discussion of one last year paper also. There will be mock tests also provided. And there are if you have doubts, you can ask in the doubt session or through the discussion forum.
And ma'am, I have one more doubt that it is on the app, SOF app. Like there are 3 types of online classes for level 2. one is recorded and one is a champ package.
Okay,
So,
so
ma'am, is
okay, for that, I will request you to please contact SO Olympia trainer for that.
okay, ma'am, is there any difference in all of three that or they are same?
So the resources, the mock test and the mock test is same, but you will find on SOF Olympia Trainer app or MTG. The mock test is same. So OSDS has again 5 test papers of level 2 based pattern with solutions and explanations.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I hope I have answered all the queries. Let's take 2 more queries. Nidhi Pandey, you can ask your question, please.
Hi, I just wanted to check, do you have any idea that last year how many centers were there in Mumbai?
Ma'am, that specific data we won't be having, so we won't be able to provide you.
Okay. And the second question which I had was, I'm not sure whether